This time on Dream Funders.
Dream Funders.
A new high-tech way to solve back pain. Would you believe there's an app for that?
You want to try it? You try
Yeah,
it. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to hook it up. Hook them up.
Plus, will a new way to make s'mores make any money for these young entrepreneurs?
And of course, it's going to taste like a s'more.
Tastes like a s'more.
Right.
Find out when local dreamers put their ideas in front of local investors. Right now on Dream Funders.
Welcome to Dream Funders. I'm Melissa Fraser with the show that hopes to match big ideas with big bucks.
And this time, our panel of investors is in for a real treat. Literally, we're making s'mores in the studio. But will this new way to make them make any money? And new technology that turns your iPhone into a masseuse? We'll try it out and see if we can make a match between its inventor and our investors.
We'll meet our dreamers coming up, but right now, let's meet the funders.
First, Darren King, an IU honors grad who has the Midas touch when it comes to local businesses. He once turned a failing local startup into a $30 million company. And Tony Holland is here. He's a Louisville native known for his success in the tax service business. And now, along with the rest of our panel, he helps manage a $4.5 million investment fund, hoping to make Kentucky entrepreneurs' dreams come true. Marty McClellan is with us. He's the chairman of the Enterprise Angels funding team while managing $280 million in accounts and hedge funds. Finally, Doug White, who specializes in turning failing businesses into moneymakers. He's invested $4 million of his own money. He's also on the Enterprise Angels team with the rest of our panel tonight. Those are the funders. Now, let's meet tonight's first dreamers.
Hello, Dream Funders. My name is Haley Bates,
And I'm Tyler Robinson.
and we are the founders of Chocograms.
We're seeking $50,000 for a 20% stake in our product.
Have you ever had a very stressful day and completely forgot to grab something on your way home?
That's exactly what had happened when I asked Haley to go get ingredients for s'mores on her way to my house.
When I got to his house, we had realized I'd completely forgot to grab the chocolate for the s'mores.
That's the most important part.
So we went into his house, we melted down chocolate chips, and we smeared them on the store-bought graham crackers that I had bought.
That was the first prototype of Chocograms.
Since then, we have simplified the s'more making process.
And today we have brought the most recent version of Chocograms for you to try.
They're round, coated in chocolate, so when you eat them, they don't break and fall apart like the traditional graham cracker. You don't have to buy the chocolate for it, so it makes it a lot easier. It's kind of eliminating the steps. It's about...
Do you
All
have
ready to
some
make
that...
s'mores?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you all ready to
Absolutely.
try some
Sure,
s'mores? All right. Let's get the gloves.
So we do have a blowtorch.
Yeah,
So
our
how-
hair is a little flammable, so...
How long have you had these? When did you create this product?
It was a few months ago during the summer. I had went through some hard times, and I was actually living with him, and him and his parents, of course. And one time, I was just coming home, and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna have a bonfire. We're gonna be out by the pool. Grab some graham crackers and stuff for s'mores." And so, me being scatterbrained, I forgot the chocolate. So, that's how it started. How do you all like your marshmallows prepared? You like them burnt on the outside? You like them gooey?
Golden brown for me.
Okay.
Okay, while they get cooking, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we'll see if anyone biting in wants to buy in.
I'm Melissa Fraser, and we'll be right back with more Dream Funders.
Welcome back to the Fraser History Museum. I'm Melissa Fraser with more Dream Funders. This time we're making s'mores. But will we make a match between these young entrepreneurs and our panel of investors? Their idea is to sell graham crackers with the chocolate already on them.
They're round, coated in chocolate, so when you eat them, they don't break and fall apart like the traditional graham cracker. You don't have to buy the chocolate for it, so it makes it a lot easier. It's kind of eliminating the steps.
So, funders, what do you think?
So where do you anticipate selling these?
Well, we were thinking about starting local, we're using Shemp's chocolate, so we figured that we may be able to sell them in there. We have talked to the owners of Shemp's and they are interested. But starting local, I mean, we don't see it going directly to Walmart or directly to Target, just because it is a new idea. It is a new business. Well, did you get it? Oh, you didn't try it.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, it tastes like a s'mores to me. I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's any different than any other s'mores I ever had, but
But you don't have chocolate all over you.
yeah.
You're very clean.
Yeah. What
Well,
do you
another
two do
thing-
right
I'm sorry.
now? Are you guys working full time in the business, or are you doing other things?
He is in high school right now.
Oh, okay.
I am working full-time as management, but if this is something that actually would take off and we put some, testers out there and people would buy it and like it, then of course I would not be opposed to doing that at all. Well, you guys, what did you think? I mean, of course it's going to taste like a s'more.
Tastes like a s'more.
Right.
Do you have any idea what your costs will be?
Well, we were thinking about doing them in sizes, probably like 3 of these, like an Oreo pack almost. I don't know.
So how many is in each one of those trays?
We
10?
fit 8.
8?
Yes.
So 8 times 3, 20, a 24 pack. What would your cost be on a 24 pack?
We would probably sell about $3.50, $4, just because
What
it
would your
has.
cost be?
Oh, to make it.
Cost per production, we haven't actually gotten that far yet just because we don't know how big of a warehouse we would have, how much the product would be. If we stay local and buy shimped chocolate, of course that's going to be more than if we were to get chocolate from another place.
But as far as getting the materials to make the graham crackers, it's really not that expensive. You could probably make one batch for $1, maybe.
So what do you think, guys? You got any helpful advice or any, what would the next step be for them? Because they're pretty early stage in this.
Well, I think you definitely need to kind of refine your packaging, refine your cost, figure out, what it's going to cost you, figure out how you're going to scale up to an extent, how you're going to do your first 1,000 packages or something, figure out what the cost will be. I think, that would be a good next step. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
Packaging, the package that comes in and labeling and all that, is not trivial, so you need to pay some attention to that.
Absolutely.
And try to make some sales and get some initial feedback from
Okay. We can
Yeah,
do
if
that.
Buyers.
you have your store that you run, maybe that's a great place to start as well,
Penn Station, yeah.
right?
That would be
And
kind
then-
of sneak it in.
And my other advice, your first set of funding probably should come from your parents. You said they're entrepreneurs, maybe they're into investing. That'd be a great place to start to get some traction.
Yeah, that's usually how these things get started. They call it friends and family. Friends and family kick in a little bit just to get it off the ground. And then, after you've got it off the ground, after you've got a little bit of success, then you could, potentially take it to the next level.
Okay,
Have you guys
absolutely.
had any friends and family put money into your business?
Not directly, but that is because we feel that it's so new. I mean, they funded as far as they bought our blowtorch and they'll give us money towards the ingredients, but they're not actually funding the brand itself. But we haven't really gotten that far because it's a slow process. He is in school, he's trying to get into colleges, and I am working full time, and it's something that we're trying to get into, but we can't just completely jump full force into it yet. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, so I think you guys are going to have a very difficult time.
Yeah.
I mean, just the lack of attention that you have available to you. If this were a product that you could, license to someone, if you could go to a kitchen and license it, you have some kind of secret sauce that you could patent and then they could take it and run with it. That would be one thing, but I don't really see that here.
Okay.
It's great that you're young and you're entrepreneurial and you're trying things, and a lot of times you can learn just as much out of failure than you can out of success. So,
Absolutely.
You're going to learn some great lessons, but for me, this is it'd be a tough business for me to invest in. So I'm out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Do you guys have a GoFundMe page?
Yes, we do.
Choco Grand.
Just
Choco Grams?
Choco
That's what
Grams.
it's at? Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Well, I love your entrepreneurial spirit.
All right.
Definitely keep it up. Keep up
Good-
the
good-
ideas.
It's a
Thank
good
you
na-
guys
It's a good
so
name too,
much.
Chocograms. I like the name.
Thank you, guys.
Good idea, but it looks like their dreams might be melting away.
But we're not giving up. In fact, we're feeling pretty good about our next dreamer. He has a new product that makes you feel good using your iPhone. Meet the man behind the eye massage. Up next on Dream Funders. Welcome back to Dream Funders. I'm Melissa Fraser, inside the Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville. We're hoping to make someone's idea for the next big thing become a reality. It's appropriate that we're at the Fraser Museum because aside from showcasing history, it also inspires innovation for the future. That theme comes to life as part of the Fraser's Prohibition exhibit.
So as we think about this spirit of entrepreneurialism and Mr. Fraser's ancestor, George Garvin Brown, who was the man who put bourbon into bottles. You know, he took that notion of the barrel and made it a consumable that was easy for people to carry around. It was transportable, and it was more accessible. And so there are innovations that exist in the bourbon industry today that were pioneered by George Garvin Brown and continue to be pioneered by companies like Brown-Forman, of which he was the vice chairman.
And speaking of innovation, it's time to meet our next dreamer, who's the CEO of his company that hopes to revolutionize massages with smartphones.
My name is Liran Greenwald, and I'm the CEO of Massageo. I'm seeking for $130,000 in exchange of 20% equity in the company. There are millions of people suffering from pain and stress around the world from everyday activities. And until now, the most common solution was going to a chiropractor or physical therapist to use a TENS unit. A TENS unit is a medical device that sends electronic pulse to the muscle to stimulate blood circulation and to block the nerve on a sore area. Massageo is a wholesaler company that imports and distributes mini TENS units. They're smaller and they can be used without a prescription. Our latest invention is iMassageo. It's a mobile application that transforms any smartphone into a mini TENS unit. We believe that by bringing this technology and making it available and affordable, we can help millions of people that suffer from pain. I want to thank you for your consideration, and I would love to answer any of your questions.
So I'm familiar with how a TENS unit works. How do these mini ones work, and how much do they cost?
It depends on which one of the models. They work on the same technology. They are portable, and the voltage is a little bit lower. A TENS unit working on an outlet, so it's like 120, and then there is a transformer. Those one working on a AAA batteries or a 3.4 lithium battery.
So it can't be nearly as powerful.
It's not as powerful, but it's enough to help with the pain and the stimulation for the blood circulation.
So
Liran, I tried this actually back, and you want to try it? You try
Yeah,
it? I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to hook it up. Hook them up.
Can we see
Yeah,
it?
we'll try it.
Yeah, or put it.
Where do you want to put it?
I'll do it for you on your shoulder?
Imported them?
Yeah. You've been to
my jacket?
you don't have to if you don't want.
Okay.
Yeah. You've been to a chiropractor, so you're familiar with the TENS units.
Yeah.
So you're definitely gonna love those one. This is the actual remote. You're just gonna hook up the wire. You're gonna hold this. And I'm
Just
gonna
don't
put the
take your
stickers
shirt
on your
off.
shoulder.
All right.
And when you get home, you can use it on any place on the body.
Ah!
1 second. Wait until we turn it on. Right over here.
Marty, you're looking a little nervous there. You all right?
One on the other side.
This should be interesting. We'll see how Mr. McClellan feels about this new invention and whether he or any of our investors want to buy into it when Dream Funders returns. I'm Melissa Fraser, back with you on Dream Funders, the show that matches local entrepreneurs with local investors. Earlier, we met Liran Greenwald, who's pitching his new invention that turns any smartphone into a massager.
We believe that by bringing this technology and making it available and affordable, we can help millions of people that suffer from pain. I want to thank you for your consideration, and I would love to answer any of your questions.
You want to try it? You try
Yeah,
it?
I'd like-
I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to hook it up. Hook them up.
Can we see
Yeah,
it?
we'll try it.
Yeah.
Didn't they do this to the Frankenstein monster?
And look what happened to him. He turned
Yeah.
alive, right?
Yeah, okay.
That was the last
All right.
dreamer.
So this is the actual remote. I'm going to show
Okay.
you. I'm going to turn it on for you.
Okay.
We got 3 kinds of massage, 5 levels of intensity. I'll do it for you slowly. You're going to
Okay.
feel the tingling,
Yeah.
and you're going to feel how it moves the muscle.
Yeah.
Deepest massage you ever had.
Yeah.
Now we got 5 levels. You're only on 1.5.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
You want a little bit stronger?
A little bit, not much.
That's okay. So how about
Zappy.
now? Here we go. Any place that's stiff, it's going to move the muscle and increase blood circulation.
Wow. Can you
Now
do
look
it
at
on his
this. You
wallet?
press
'Cause
one.
that's probably where you need it.
Become tapping for the
Loosen
knees,
up.
the lower back, the shoulder, any place you want. And the third mode is the relaxation.
I think this might be able to make me dance.
It does.
You know, you put it in the right place.
Now it's gonna start to go faster. Faster it goes deeper, it goes into the muscle
Wow.
and drop you down.
Wow. I'm glad I did that. It's a lot more powerful than I expected.
True.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You can shake your shoulder a little bit. You can already see the difference.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Loose.
what do you sell them for, and what's the cost of
We're a
making them?
wholesaler company. The smaller one, our cost is $4, $4 and a little bit. Bigger ones around $8, and we wholesale them for $8 and $16. Now the reason I'm here today is because I want your help with the finishing or development of the new product. It's the mobile application, and instead of you having the remote, the wire, and the stickers, you're gonna have the small device. It's gonna connect straight to the pads, no wires, and the remote itself gonna be a mobile application. We're gonna have multiple kinds of massage. You only try the first 3, but on the app you can have hundreds of them. It's easier to put the pads in the morning before you leave the house, and you can just turn it on wherever you want. You sit in your office, instead of you taking the suit and putting the pads or anything. Put it in the morning, just turn the app on, it works, finish the treatment, turn it back off again.
So how does it get power?
The device itself gonna be battery operated over here.
Okay, so
And
there's a little
everything
battery in there.
True.
And is it Bluetooth, or how do you?
Yes, with the Bluetooth connectivity straight to the phone.
And how much will that add to the cost?
It ain't gonna add. That unit gonna cost us $5, and our plan is to go straight to consumer and sell it around the $39 range.
But is it only 1 unit per Bluetooth signal?
You can operate multiple.
But each one that you operate is going to have one of those battery-powered control units.
Yes.
So you'll sell them separately and in combination.
Is the prototype done, or is it just still
We're on
concept?
the last stages of development. We already did the tooling, the manufacturing side of the electronic engineering, everything like that. Our estimate is that once we have the funds, in 90 days we can get the first batch in.
And you'll do what with the funds?
I'm
You'll
sorry?
do what with the funds, the money?
$65,000 gonna go to finish the development.
Okay.
The rest will go to initial inventory and to marketing.
And what's your background?
I'm born in Israel. I served in the army 3 years, and then I decided to travel the world a little bit. I've been to Australia, Asia, South America. I came to a vacation here in the United States and met my first wife and decided to stay.
In Louisville, Kentucky?
Yeah.
It's the American,
Kentucky, right?
it's the American dream. It's the American dream. Now
True
you're starting a business.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's time to decide.
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I'll make you an offer.
Okay.
I'll give you $100,000 for 30%, but you've got to get one of these other guys to do it with me.
How about
Either.
2?
Yeah, one or more other guys, and
Okay.
we'll-
I know all
100,000
4
for
of you
30.
guys want to join us, so how about we do something for all 4?
I'll do a third or a quarter of that.
Yep.
Okay.
I will as well.
I will as well. As long
For a
as-
third, you're saying 33%. Okay.
So what do we got here? Who's in?
Do we have a deal?
Yeah.
Oh, are you in?
I'll be out then.
In out. The reason we're asking for the 130,000 because that's what's gonna bring us to the next step. Will you guys consider the 150 for the 30?
150?
For 30, well,
Yeah,
I
50,
thought we just
50,
had a
50,
deal
10,
100 for
10,
30.
10.
You'd have to up the percentage.
Yeah, don't-
We raise it up to 30. We gotta keep something to ourselves because we will go to the next side. Let me ask you something else. If we're doing a 150 for 33, each one of you get 11. Will you guys give us a line of credit if we do need it in 6 months to make an inventory?
Possibly.
Okay.
I would consider that. I'm not making an agreement on that.
Okay, and the reason I'm saying it because we know we're gonna have to raise more funds later on, and if you guys taking equity, we won't have anything else to give later on. So a line of credit, and we're gonna pay it back. And so I guess we guys got a deal.
Well, you're kind of moving the goalpost on us.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's recap.
So
What
let's
is the deal?
Okay.
Well, I thought the deal was 30% for $100,000.
That's what you offer.
And I thought that's what you accepted. So, but you want 150.
150.
Would you guys be willing to do more? But I think we have to increase the percentage, don't we? I mean,
I
just,
increased it to 33%.
Oh, to 33%. How about?
I did 30 for 100.
I mean, I would do 30% for 120. That would be 40,000 each.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is that enough money?
Well,
It's
he
not
needs
enough
to get
money.
to
That's why I
150.
started at 130. That's the minimum that we need to finish with the development, the initial inventory, and the marketing. And this is for the first batch for the 3 months. So let's do the 150.
But you gotta realize though, if you bring us in as partners, you're going to have access to additional capital. It's going to be a lot easier to get
Easier,
additional
but
capital.
not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed.
Well, as long as you produce, if you're selling product, we'll take care of that. So you have to compensate.
That's
for
why
that.
I went forward to 150 for 33%, 11% to each one of you, 50, 50, 50, and we discuss the line of credit once we get to that point. I think, agree with me, agree with me, agree with me?
How about 35% for 150?
35, I mean.
Well, how
It's
about
2%, and
30
it sounds so good, 33.
how about 33% for 135,000? That's 45,000 each. 30. We each get 11% of the company.
Right. Good.
You okay with that, Darren?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
And we discuss the line of credit when
Yes,
we get
we
to
will.
the point.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will.
You guys got a deal,
All right.
Great.
Excellent.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice meeting you too. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dream Founders.
It's another success story. We love to see dreams come true.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Dream Funders.
On behalf of all of the funders, the dreamers, and the whole crew behind the scenes,
I'm Melissa Fraser, and we'll see you next time on Dream Funders.